All righty. Let's see. Let's have our ball. Let's have our ball and circle near us just to have ready. All right. We'll start with warm up. Let's go 2 blue, 2 yellow as we normally start. All right. And on our back, let's start just fist distance between knees and ankles. On our heels, find your neutral lower back and push out. Nice heavy ribs and in and out there. Let's just add a little tempo to it. So bring it in as slowly as you can. Take it out as quickly as you can without jamming into your knees. In slowly, out. In slowly, out swiftly. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And let's stay in that alignment with our feet. Just move toward the center of your feet and then relax your toes without collapsing inward into the arches. Just try and relax your feet. Little reflexology here. Let the heel go slightly under the foot bar. The toes are soft. Even tempo in and out. And then let's reverse the tempo. Slowly, slowly, slowly out. Release in without crashing. Slowly, slowly, slowly out. Release in without crashing. Breathing. And last one. And from here, let's just march a little bit, working our feet on the foot bar. Get a little awakening of the bottoms of the feet. Hey, Tina. And bring it in. Let's go to narrow V, heels on the foot bar. Finding your neutral. And take it out. And in even tempo. 4. Last 2. And change the tempo here. Swiftly in and slowly out. Swiftly in, slowly out. 2 more. And last one, let's reverse that tempo. Slowly in and push out without jamming. Do 2 more. Squeezing through the inner thighs. And last one. And bring it in. Good. Wide stance, heels on the foot bar. Let's externally rotate. And out and in. Four, Last two. And last one. Let's bring the carriage halfway in, slide our hand under our sacrum without imprinting, tilting our pelvis up. Keep that pelvis facing your foot bar, and out and in there, just floating above the carriage, really engaging through the glutes, lengthening through the legs. Ribs are down. You can keep your hand there to maintain that height or take it away and just feel that little float. 3, 2, and last one. And bring it in, lower the sacrum, release the carriage in, and knees to the chest. Good. Let's go to the balls of our feet. Fist distance between parallel. Let's push out, find that neutral, and let's go straight into heels down and up, carriage in and out. Nice heavy ribs. Three, 2, and let's stay up out there. 6 heel dips. Just keep going, pressing through the big toes. Booty stays engaged, and both heels high, and prance it out. And pick a heel, hang out there, square the hips, so don't collapse into the hip of the bent leg. Square the hips, and switch using the breath. And both heels high. Let's bring it in. Good, narrow V, heels together, lift them nice and high, and out and in, heels down and up. Let's do 4 more. And let's stay here, heels down and up. 4, 3, 2, and from high heels, prancing. And pick a heel and hang out. And switch sides. And both heels high to bring it in. Good. Make sure you're not jammed up in the shoulder blocks. Balls of the feet, wide stance. Let's externally rotate and just take it out and in, keeping the heels lifted, staying in neutral. Do 2 more, Tina. And last one, double push prance, one heel push, push, softening, lengthening. 3, 2, And last one, both heels high. And let's bring it in. Good. Knees to the chest. Just walk your shoulders a little bit away from the shoulder block, rolling out through the lower back. And let's pull in nice and tight. And release. Feet on top of the foot bar. Let's do sidewinder. Let your knees go one direction. Trying to keep the opposite shoulder on the carriage. And moving through the center and switching. And let's bring it up. Good. Walk your shoulders so you have about a half an inch from the shoulder blocks. Legs are tabletop. Holding on to the back of the thigh, we're going to curl our upper body up, imprinting your lower back and belly. Drop that chin as if you're holding on to a tennis ball. Shoulders down, and then reach the arms forward. Pull up and forward, up and forward, up and forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold back on. Reset. Belly down, ribs in, chin down. You're looking right through the middle of your thighs. Extend those arms. Pull up and forward, hold. Up and forward, hold. Up and forward. 3, 2, adding on. We open to our extended V. Pull forward. Four, 3, 2, and last one, and we meet up in our extended V. Hold it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Legs to 90. Lower your right leg down 45 degrees. Right hand reaches to the outside of that left leg. Curling upper body up. Pull up to the sky, imprinting the back, lengthening through the neck. Belly pulls in. No relaxing that right leg on the foot bar. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch. If you feel like your neck is getting sore, just put that opposite hand behind your head. But you're holding on to that imaginary tennis ball. Last 2 and 1. Switch. We're going to do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch. 4, and switch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch. And bring it in. Good. Let's roll to the side and come up. Let's go to a red spring. I'm going to take my foot bar down just to have it out of the way. I'm going to turn and face our shoulder blocks. Let's add a blue, a red and a blue. Let's slip our legs through the straps all the way to the top of our thigh. Scoot your booty up against the shoulder block and let's roll back. Pull your legs in. Hopefully your straps don't slip on your tights. Curl your upper body up. Hands back behind the head in that position. And then opening the knees. Just start to about tabletop and pull. Last 3, 2, pull in and take a break. Make sure you don't get your hair caught in your springs. Okay, once again, pull the knees in, hands to the base of the skull, go out straight leg, pull in 90, 45 to tabletop, pull in 90, let's do 3, 2, and last one. And pull in. Yay. Alrighty, and coming up. Taking the straps off our legs. Let's put all of our springs on. All springs on. And then we're just going to open up through the abdominals. So all springs on. Find the place. I'm holding on to the top of the teardrop. Okay. You're going to let your upper body hinge back, pressing the tops of your feet into the carriage and arching and opening back. Take your time so that you don't panic. Squeeze the booty, press the tops of the feet in. Opening through. You're looking for that arch. I do not have much of an arch available in my back. Make sure it's the front, the hip flexors and the abdominals and your back that engage in the arch first. Don't worry about hurling your head back. And let's bring it up. Good. All right, turning around. Let's bring our foot bar up. Let's go to one red and blue again. And let's lengthen and spiral. So take your carriage back. So you're sitting on the front edge of your carriage. Balls of the feet. Either hands here, so sit up nice and tall, or on your shoulder blocks. We have a heavier spring load. Sitting up nice and tall. Pushing through the legs, sitting up taller, taller, taller. If you feel, hopefully your tights don't slip, but if you feel confident in that long straight back, arms come to fifth. And let's add in the heels. Down and up. Control that carriage in. Down and up. 3, 2, and 1. It's time, bring the carriage in. As we open, take that spiral and in. Take that spiral. Spiral. Oops. And last one. And bring it in. Good. We're going to adjust. So bring the carriage all the way in. Take the blue spring off. So you just have the red. Come back into your narrow V. Holding on to the outside of the foot bar. Pushing out to straight leg. Lifting in the belly, closing the ribs, opening and lengthening through the lower back. And bring it in. Okay. Let's stay on lower body work. Let's take our foot bar down again. Let's stay on that red spring. Let's do some lunges. Are you okay to do lunges? I should have asked if you're okay to do lunges, or maybe one side. Let's do left foot on the, starts on the platform. Right foot is on the carriage. Start with our hands on top of the shoulder blocks. Not to push through the hands, but just for stability. Push out to a lunge. Pull up to a scissor. Push out. So feeling that left foot solid on the shoulder block. I mean, oh my God, on the platform. Inner thigh engages. And we're going to meet up in that lunge, pushing the carriage forward. So from here, you can bring your hands to the carriage, your hands up. Ultimately, we want to be here, pushing out and controlling it in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come back down just to be safe. Hold it here, drop down into that right leg. Tilt that, your pelvis back, come onto your fingertips, take a nice big extension stretch. And carefully, we're going to change. Okay. Pulling up, hands on the shoulder block, push out to that lunge. And pull up to scissor. So because we're on a heavier spring, the emphasis is the extension out, pushing through the carriage. Let's meet up in that lunge. Hands either come to the carriage to stabilize. You could be on your knee or up here, pushing out and in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it down. Folding over into that left leg. Your weight is in that left leg, front leg. And bring it down. Okie dokie. We're going to turn around. We're going to go to a yellow spring. Take the red off. Foot bar comes up. Lunges facing the other direction. Right foot on the carriage. Left foot on the foot bar. Same thing, light hold on that foot bar. We're going to take the carriage out. Pull up and scissor. And last one coming up, we're going to meet with the carriage back. Bend through that left knee, come into that lunge and pull with the right big toe, pull the carriage in, lifting your belly off the off your thigh. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's push back out, lengthen through that front leg, open up into that split extension, and pull it in. Okay. Other side. Right foot goes toward the middle of the foot bar. Left foot is back at the shoulder block. Push out. Lift the belly. Close the ribs and pull up into a little scissor pike. Shoulders down, neck is long. Staying on the ball of our foot on the carriage. 3, 2, last one. Hold, bend that right knee, pull the carriage in, lifting our belly off of our thigh. Connect the big toe to the pelvic floor. 3, 2, and last one. Let's push out, open into that split extension, and bend both knees. Good. Let's switch to a blue spring. Take the yellow off. Feet are in the middle of the carriage, just about 2 inches between the ankle bones. Press into the chest. So your weight is back in your sit bones. Now lift up into a rounded back for a little elephant. So our arms are nice and light. And push back, pull that carriage in. Push, pull, push, pull. Pushing through the heels, keeping that scooped back, lifted belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And bottom. Good. Sit on our carriage right up against our shoulder blocks. Push your feet away into butterfly stretch. Start by sitting up nice and tall. Belly button pulls back. And a little dive forward with the crown of the head. And lengthen out, hinging with a long spine. Shoulders down, neck is long, and sit up nice and tall. Pull back, dive down, reaching through the crown of the head, lengthening out. And sit up. Let's reverse. Hinge forward. Feel the belly button pull back. And stack the vertebra. Hinge. Belly button pulls back. And up. Sitting right where we are, left hand goes to the top of the right foot. And spiral using your shoulder block to increase the range. And come back through the center, right hand to the top of the left foot, using that opposite shoulder block. And let's bring it in. Alrighty. If we're comfortable sitting cross-legged, switch to a yellow spring. Sitting on the carriage, long loop, scoop through, coming into Wonder Woman extension with the arms. So pressing the chest forward, but keep a nice long spine. We're going to open goalpost and push back up. So think of forming that triangle with the forefinger and the thumb to meet in the midline. As you open the elbows, keep the wrists over the elbows. So you have a nice wide goalpost opening. Neck is long, ribs are in. Let's do 5, 4, last 2, and last 1. Let's meet up in that Wonder Woman triangle, sitting up a little taller, and go into shaving our heads. Make sure not to round and drop the head. You want to lengthen through the neck, a slight hinge forward. Pushing through the triceps, keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. 3, 2, and last one. Let's open Wonder Woman, spiral in. Come into service, circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend in. Remember the direction you were going. Reverse the direction of the circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Flip over so the palms of the hands are facing down. And come into goalpost arms here. Nice wide and lifted elbows. Push forward. Push forward. Feel the muscles and the shoulder around the shoulder blades. You want your lats to engage. Drive the work from the back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's bring it in for a second. Okay, let's go to the small loop. Thread your whole arm through. Come into goalpost arms. Sitting up nice and tall, start by drawing little circles on the side walls with your elbows. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and down and around the other direction, circles. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit up nice and tall, closing the arms in and opening. Rotate so your palms are toward your face as you close in. Try not to do the work through your traps and shoulders, or traps and neck. Opening through the chest. 4, 3, 2. Last one. And let's bring it down. Beautiful. Okay. Let's stay on a yellow. Stay sitting on the carriage, but we're going to turn around facing our shoulder blocks. Legs go in between. Legs go in between the shoulder blocks. Let's do single arm, bow and arrow, cross cable. So cross your cables, come in front of your hardware. Start by sitting up nice and tall. And pull through that right arm. The left arm reaches forward, following the gaze with the elbow that's extending back. Working from the back muscles. Again, try to release your traps and neck from any of the work. Ribs in, bellies in, little spiral. Initiating the work beneath the shoulder blade. Let's do 2 more times each side. And last one. And bring it in. Uncross the cables. Let's go to the big loops for deltoids. Make sure you have a hand distance behind your booty. I should have said that. Doesn't matter if there's slack on the cables, palms down. Roll your shoulders down. We're going to lift through the shoulders as we hinge. Don't mistake the hinge for the arm extension. The hinge is there to increase the range. You want to try and get your biceps close to your ears. Let's do 3 more. I just bent my knees because my feet hit the end of my frame. 2. And last one. Righty. Bring the palms together. Let's do deltoid with a little spiral following that back hand, pulling evenly, opening away. Pulling from the back, finding the extension through the shoulder. Again, try and keep your neck and your jaw out of the work. One more. And bring it in. Good. Let's do a little forward fold. Just put your loops on your pegs. And up. All right. Staying right where we are, coming back forward of your hardware. Arms stay long. Sitting up nice and tall. We're just going to roll back into our C curve. Putting weight into our legs. Exhaling, pulling the belly button back. Nice soft grip with your hands and keeping the wrists long. So no participation from the wrists. So my legs are crossed. It is my left leg on top. We're going to meet in that C curve. Take a nice deep breath in. We're going to raise that leg 3 times. Toward 90, but no backward somersaults. And lower that leg, come up so that we can switch if your legs are wrapped like mine. Exhale, come into that C curve. Don't transfer the work to the wrists. Come up. Awesome. Okay. Let's come to our circle. Let's put all of our springs on. So I can't guarantee this is going to be successful. We're going to put our legs over our foot bar. So if you have the kind of foot bar that releases when you pull on it, all the more important to note that our legs are on top of the foot bar, but we are pushing down onto the foot bar. Make sure when you roll back, your shoulders are not jammed in your shoulder blocks. Okay, but let's start in the up position. So legs press into the foot bar, not bending and yanking up. Hands, heel of the hand is on the padded part. Our fingertips reach forward. And we're going to slowly roll back. Slowly roll back. And arms extend to the sky. And peel ourselves off. Sitting up nice and tall. If we find when you roll back, you know you're not going to be able to get back up, then don't roll all the way back. Find the range of motion that works. Pushing down into the foot bar. Two more. And then last one. Good. From this upright position, let's roll back halfway into C curve. Squeeze the circle. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up. Halfway down. 6. Last 2 and 1. Hold it up. Good. Last 2 we're going to add on. We're going to come into C curve. Squeeze that circle in. Hold that squeeze. Raise your arms and back. And again, C curve, press down into the foot bar, little halo, down and up. And that's it there. Let's go, keep your circle. Let's go to a Let's do a red and a blue. No, let's do a red and a yellow. Just to start, red and a yellow. Coming onto our back. Both feet go in the loops. Start with a circle below our knees, kind of high calf, externally rotate. Squeeze the circle in, come into your neutral lower back, ribs down, arms are long. Squeeze in, and in. Hold that internal squeeze, tiny bend and reach, tiny bend and reach, tiny bend and reach. 2 more. Last one. Good. Let's move the circle to the inner thigh, so above your knee. Same thing, externally rotated, squeeze in, 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 in. Hold that internal squeeze, tiny bend and reach, tiny bend and reach. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Bend it in. Let's put the circle high ankle, so not on your ankle bone. High ankle, squeeze in, 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 in. Last 3, 2, hold that squeeze, tiny bend, flex and reach, flex and reach, flex. 3, 2, and last one, lengthen through the legs, squeeze 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it in. Alrighty, ever so gracefully, carefully, we're gonna put our feet inside the circle and come back with our feet in the straps. Okay. Let's start at the thigh. Padded part goes on the thigh, stay parallel. Flex through the feet, press out on the circle, out, out, out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tiny bend and reach through, tiny bend. Keeping that external pressure on that circle. 3, 2, and 1. Reach through the legs, press out, 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 out. 3, 2, 1, and in. Alrighty, we're gonna lower the circle, high calf. Stay parallel, flex through the feet, press out, out, out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend in and reach. All the while pressing that circle, thinking that you're gonna break it. 4, 3, 2. Let's reach through the legs and the feet. External push, out, 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 and release it. Good. Carefully taking our feet out to take the circle away. We're going to change up our springs to 2 yellow. So switching out the red for a yellow, coming back down on our back. Let's meet up 45 degrees. Externally rotate, find your neutral. Ribs are down, shoulders down. Headrest can be up or down as you wish. We're going to open to our V and close. So opening to a V. I'm keeping my feet flexed the whole time, squeezing the heels toward one another. Good, let's put a little swim stroke into it. So we bring our heels together, bend your knees, open back out to that extended V, flex, bend open, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Let's meet up 45 degrees, externally rotated, just a little half froggy in, squeezing the heels together. 3, 2, and long straight legs reach through the toes, staying externally rotated from the hip socket, coming toward 90, pressing to 45 without tumbling into our lower back, staying externally rotated. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Let's meet up 90 degrees. Rotate parallel, flex the feet, take hold of those cables, trying to arch your lower back so you tip your pelvis toward your foot bar, and a little ceiling shuffle. Just let one foot come forward and the other, feeling the extension through the hamstring. Good, and let's come parallel, even heels, reach through the feet, and start circles at the top. Let's do 5. Next one, let's meet up 90 degrees, just opening to our extended V, letting the weight of the legs do that stretch. Tip your pelvis so it's facing your foot bar, not scooping up to the sky. And little cable assist. Come into a butterfly, and then release, push out to 45, start circles there. Oops. Let's do 4 more. And let's meet up 45 degrees. Take hold of that right cable, bring that right leg up to the sky and pull it in toward your chest. That left leg, it's as if it's standing on that far wall. Internally rotate in both hip sockets, little tiny crisscross of the legs. You got to open up that right IT band. Your thumb can go in that hip to pull the hip away from your ribs. Come parallel, externally rotate in both hip sockets and pull that right leg toward your ear without tumbling into your lower back. Keep tipping your pelvis toward the foot bar. Come back parallel and float your left leg up as you push through the right leg. Settle that right leg like you're standing on that far wall and then pull that left leg in. Tipping your pelvis back toward your foot bar. And internally, little tiny crisscross. Pull that hip down. And parallel, externally rotate, just opening a little bit in the left hip socket to pull that leg toward your ear. And come back parallel, float your right leg up to meet your left, take hold of the cables, pull into a happy baby. And again, butterfly, soles of the feet come together, point your toes out away from you, pull your heels up close to your pelvis, and see if you can release your hips to just soften and open.